Right now, directly above your house, there is a fleet of 100 African elephants. Just drifting. No, it's not some bizarre circus stunt. I'm talking about that fluffy, white, innocent-looking cloud right outside your window. It looks like a harmless pile of cotton candy. But in reality, that single cloud weighs roughly 1.1 million pounds. 500 tons of water just hanging in the sky. Think about that for a second. If you dropped a 1-pound brick from a plane, it would scream down and smash through a roof. But 500 tons of water? It just sits there. It's a massive, heavy paradox. By all laws of common sense, it should crush everything beneath it the moment it forms. So why doesn't the sky fall? Why does gravity, the force that makes sure your phone hits the floor the second you lose your grip, suddenly decide to give clouds a free pass? Our brains are actually pretty bad at understanding clouds. When we look up, we see a thing, a solid object with edges. Naturally, we imagine a giant, floating lake, or a massive water balloon held together by some kind of sky magic. If you took a bucket of water to the top of a skyscraper and tipped it over, that water is hitting the pavement in seconds. It's heavy, it's dense, and gravity loves pulling dense things toward the center of the earth. So, if a cloud is just a bucket of 500 tons of water, why isn't it raining down in one giant, catastrophic splash? Well, here's the first aha moment. A cloud isn't a thing at all. It's a crowd. Imagine you have a massive, solid boulder. You can't lift it. But if you take a hammer and turn that boulder into 1 billion tiny specks of dust, you could blow that boulder into the air with a single breath. That's a cloud. It isn't a solid block of water. It's trillions of microscopic droplets and ice crystals. Each one is so small, it would take roughly 1 million of them just to make one single drop of rain. But even if they're tiny, they still have weight. So why don't they settle on your bookshelf like dust? Because the atmosphere isn't just empty space. It's a giant, invisible machine. See, the air around us is never still. It's a chaotic mess of moving currents. Think about a hot summer day. You can feel the heat radiating off the asphalt, right? That heat isn't just sitting there. It's warming up air molecules, making them lighter, and sending them rushing upward. We call these updrafts. Imagine you're at the mall, and you see one of those displays where a beach ball is hovering over a fan. The ball wants to fall, gravity is pulling it down. But the force of the air blowing up is exactly equal to the weight of the ball. So, it just dances there, perfectly balanced in midair. A cloud is essentially 1 trillion tiny beach balls hovering over a giant, invisible hairdryer. These updrafts are constantly pushing up from the ground, providing just enough lift to keep those 500 tons of water from crashing down. It's an invisible elevator that never stops running. But we've all been caught in a downpour. We know this system isn't perfect. If the air is always pushing up, why does it ever rain? It's all about the tipping point. Inside that cloud, it's a total mosh pit. Billions of tiny droplets are bumping into each other, merging and growing. And as they get bigger, they get heavier. Eventually, a droplet becomes so fat that the invisible elevator just gives up. It's like trying to keep a bowling ball in the air with a hairdryer. It's not going to happen. Once that droplet wins the tug of war, it breaks through the updraft and starts its long fall to Earth. And when trillions of droplets do that at the same time, that's when you reach for your umbrella. If you've ever seen something else in nature that seems to defy gravity, or if there's another paradox you've been losing sleep over, leave a comment below. Your suggestion might just be the spark for our next journey. I'm Paradoxly. Thanks for being part of the conversation.